Hello, everybody, and welcome again to Mindful Meditation Mondays. So, we're going to have a little bit more mindful than meditation today. For myself, I needed to revisit the Four Agreements. I read this book maybe 3 or 4 months ago, and it really changed my life. So, I wanted to revisit that because life is hard and we are all, facing challenges. And sometimes we just need to reflect and figure out what it is because our mind and our thoughts and the way that we perceive things really create what our reality is. So I had to check myself today. I had a little bit of road rage. I was taking things personally. At times, I was just making assumptions. And so that's two of the four agreements that I was breaking today. So I just kind of want to go over this with you, and hopefully this encourages you, because life is what it is. We have children, we've got jobs, we have responsibilities, we have things that are outside of our job and outside of our children that we're trying to manage, and sometimes it gets really, really difficult, and sometimes it gets hard. And myself, I find that I'm a perfectionist, and so a lot of times I get really frustrated because I don't feel like I have enough time in the day to do things. And so sometimes meditation doesn't always do it. And again, meditation may not be for everyone, and especially not in this way. There's a lot of different ways that you can meditate. Some people walk, some people work out, some people meditate in the way that I do, some people meditate differently. It can truly be different for everyone. So I did want to make sure that I did say that. The way that I meditate, some people don't. But at the core of it is being able to be okay with your thoughts, and your thoughts being positive to keep you going throughout the day. Our thoughts and our perceptions, they really help us to have compassion or make it to where we're critical and judgmental. And so I just had to check my thoughts today. So the first agreement is to be impeccable with your word. So you're speaking with integrity. You're saying exactly what you mean. You're avoiding gossip about others. And sometimes I feel that I don't speak out because I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. But to be impeccable with your word is to be truly authentic and to understand that whatever you're delivering is in love. So be impeccable with your word. Number 2, don't take anything personally. It's not always about you. I lived a lot of my life self-centered and thinking that it was all about me, and that when something happened, the person was doing that to me to hurt me. And that's not necessarily true all the time. Nothing others do is because of you. And a lot of times whenever we do take things personally, or we are judgmental, or we are critical, it's really a reflection of what's going on with us. And so in this world, we have to remind ourselves that we are truly one. And so if that's how you actually feel, then you should check yourself. So whatever somebody's doing that you don't like, take a look at yourself and say, is this a reflection of me? Whatever this person is doing. What others say and do is just a projection of their own dreams, of what's going on with them. So there's no need to take it personally, because whatever they're doing is not even about you anyways. And so whenever you take it personally, then you internalize that energy, and then it just makes it bad for both of you. And when you're immune to the judgment of others or what other people are doing, then you don't continue to suffer because of others. You continue to move in your own way. So it really, really frees you. Don't make assumptions. Find the courage. Like, if you don't know what's going on, find the courage to ask questions. That's another thing, is that I'll just think one way. I won't clear it up. I'm just stuck. I'm just stuck in thinking that way about whatever is going on with that person, and not expressing exactly what I want. Not saying, hey, I really think, because I don't want to create tension. I don't want to, I'm always trying to be really, really positive. And so, but that causes my own suffering because I haven't taken the time to make sure that I know exactly what is going on, or have the courage and the initiative to ask exactly what's going on, and communicating clearly with others so that they understand what's going on with me, so that there's a whole bunch of misunderstandings. People are sad and angry, and there's a whole bunch of drama. And so when you don't make assumptions, that kind of stuff doesn't happen. And that alone can transform your life, because a lot of that, a lot of the suffering that we have is because of our interaction with others. And so when we don't make assumptions and we actually clear those misunderstandings, it really, really helps us in our own life, to be able to flow freely, I believe. The fourth agreement is to always do your best. So, mine, I have to shift it, because always doing my best is perfection, and perfection does not exist. But I always want to know that I've done my best, and that's okay. But going so far as to be critical and judgmental, that's not okay, because that also causes a whole bunch of suffering. So just do your best from moment to moment, and be nice to yourself. Be patient with yourself. Everything may not always be right. We all experience failure for a reason. Just take the experience and roll on. So not only am I saying this to you, but I am definitely saying it to myself, because I definitely need it. So today's meditation is definitely going to include the 4 agreements. So I'm going to breathe in the agreement, and I'm going to breathe out all the things that come when I do not go along with that agreement. So let's start breathing. So I want you to inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. And fill up that belly with that breath. And exhale. Bringing that belly on in. So now we're breathing in, being impeccable with our word. And we're breathing out, not speaking with integrity. We're breathing in, being impeccable with our word. Breathing out, not being committed to our commitments. We're breathing in, being impeccable with our word. We're breathing out, not being truthful and in love whenever we communicate with others. We're breathing in, being impeccable with our word. And we are breathing out judgment or gossiping about others. We're breathing in, being impeccable with our word. Okay, so the second agreement, don't take anything personally. So we're breathing in, not taking anything personally. We're breathing out hurt feelings, judgment, people doing things to us. We're breathing in, we're not taking anything personally. And we're breathing out, taking in the opinions of others. It doesn't matter. We're breathing in our own personal reality, positive thoughts. And we're breathing out the projection of other people's reality. It's not your own. It's not for you. And we're breathing in, not taking anything personally. And we're breathing out, being victims of our own suffering. I hope with this you can start feeling the tension. I can feel it unwinding in my upper neck and my shoulder area. That's where I store my stress. And so as I go through this, all of that is unraveling. Agreement number 3, don't make assumptions. So we're breathing in, finding the courage to ask questions instead of making those assumptions. We're breathing out, making assumptions, something that we don't even know is true. We're breathing in, communicating as clearly as we can with others. And we're breathing out misunderstandings, hurt feelings, judgment. We're breathing in, transforming our life. We're breathing out unnecessary suffering, trauma, misunderstandings. Don't make assumptions. Okay, our 4th agreement, always doing our best. We're breathing in, always doing our best. And we are breathing out mediocrity. We're breathing in, always doing our best. We are breathing out that perfection spirit. Get rid of it. We're breathing in that things were going to change from moment to moment. We're accepting it and still doing our best. And we are breathing out any judgment that we may be creating from guilt, from not doing our best. We're breathing in, always doing our best. And we're breathing out that self-judgment, that self-abuse, any regrets, any hindsight thoughts. Just always do your best and then you don't have to worry about it. So just stay there, continue to breathe. And in this moment that your tension has started to unraveling wherever it is that you stored, mine is my upper neck, my upper shoulder area, my lower back. It's all starting to unravel. And now I want you to take time to use visualization. Let's replace all of that. Let's visualize the fact that our family is taken care of. That all of our needs are met. That we can agree to the 4 agreements in our life. That we can be impeccable with our word and say what we mean and mean what we say and stand by it. And be clear. That we won't take things personally. That whatever somebody else projects is just a reflection of who they are. And that whenever we judge them, we are also judging ourselves. Because what we see that's critical and judgmental is only something that we need to work on, and that we'll be open to work on it together. And that we don't make assumptions when we think something is going on, that we will go straight to the source and clear it up so that there's no misunderstandings. and that we will live in peace because we understand what is truly going on, because we've taken the initiative and had the courage to ask. Even when it's uncomfortable to ask, even when it may cause tension to ask, that we ask in love. And that fourthly, we will always do our best, because that is what we have been created here to do. All of us have our purpose here on earth, and if we don't do our best to do it, then somebody else will be lost. Somebody else won't be touched because of what it is that we're supposed to do, because we're not doing our best. To realize that also doing your best means having courage. It's a courageous, brave thing to always do your best, because then you put yourself in a vulnerable spot to where somebody has the room to criticize you. But again, remember, what other people think is not a reflection of you, it's a reflection of them. And so you go on and you do whatever it is that you have to do and what you were created to do. And know that your higher power will take care of the rest. And know that whatever happened during your day, whether it was good, bad, indifferent, it's the past. And we're going to leave the past in the past. And we're going to live in the present moment right now, here with me. I'm going to breathe out all that tension. Breathe out all that stress. Breathe out all of those senses of obligations. And we are just going to let it flow. And any tension that we feel in our body, we're going to heal it with the breath. We're going to ask our higher power to intervene within our lives. Because it knows best. And then we're going to enter tonight in peace, because it is a Monday and we've got the full week ahead of us. And here I have the Happy Place Mud Spray, and it's just an aromatic spray. It's got essential oils in it, and I always spray it because it's got blends of essential oils in the citrus family, and it's always uplifting. It always makes me smile. So whatever works for you, whether it be the aromatic spray, whether it be incense, candles, whatever works for you. I've got music with water in the background, but put yourself in a place of ease, though, because you deserve it. This is a part of your self-care. You got to take care of yourself. You've been taking care of people all day long. Now it's time for you. So what are you going to do next? Are you going to go and take a long bath? You're going to have a glass of wine? How are you going to wind down and love on you? Make sure that with the 4 agreements, you also remember that you've got to take care of you above all. Because if there's no you, nothing's going to get taken care of anyways. So take care of yourself, be good to yourself, be patient to yourself, and have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Peace and blessings to all of you. Thank you for watching. Please give me any feedback. I welcome it, and thank you again for your time. Peace and blessings.